Welcome, welcome to Trauma Drinker with me, your host, I suppose, Romeo Jones. And this is the first video that I'm doing and dropping, and for a while, it might even be, who knows how long, 3 months, 6 months, a year, hopefully no longer than a year, where I'm just giving you me raw and also myself, you know what I mean? I'm not really looking to monetize this channel right away. What I'm really looking to do is just to share my journey for myself and others. You see, I grew up in the southeast side of Chicago. Um, we really call it east side, but the east side is the south side, you know what I mean? And I grew up with a lot of abuse. And it wasn't that my mom was evil. I know I'm coming in hard right away, but I don't want to waste time because I've done videos before and I noticed that I can get the jibber jabbering like I am right now. And I noticed that my over time, all right, I'm today my half birthday, and I got fired. I got fired from my job. Tune in with me, y'all. Tune in with me. I got fired from my job, and for a long time I've been getting fired from jobs since I quit a job where you'll get fired if you don't drink, you know, or I actually got fired from the job where you quit if you don't drink. But anyway, um, I look, I'm jumping around already. There's no script, there's no anything, but I still want to relax and get this YouTube thing down because I got some medicine on my heart. You see, my mother lost my mother's parents were immigrants from Haiti. All right, so when you look on my mama's side, Haitians. All right, and when my mother was 7, and my mother was the closest with her mother, my mother's older sister actually lived in Montreal with her aunt. So my mother was closest with her mother, and she lost her mother when she was 7. Okay, maybe X amount of time after my grandfather married a woman who we ultimately wanted to outsource parenting to. Okay, he was a Haitian man, and he wanted to get to them American bucks, and he was a jeweler, and he was connected with the men downtown who had jewels. All right, and so sometimes I'll be like, you gotta start doing scripts. I know, but it's like I wanted to get this video out, and again, relax. I'm not gonna be perfect. I have to accept that. Due to so anyway, the wife that my grandfather married was very manipulative, and I've dug into this. I'm 34 years old. I'm a very intelligent young man, but if you look at my life at 34 years old, you're gonna be like, are you sure about that? But at the same time, it's been a lot of. I started with a puzzle. I didn't have half the pieces, and I definitely didn't have a box. And at this age, 34 and a half, today is October 24th. The upload date might say the 25th, but today is October 24th, 2024. Today is my half birthday. You feel me? Shout out to your boy, gang, gang, gang. You know what I mean? Shout out Dr. Velva Loves too. You know what I mean? She knows who she is. And, uh, so I really didn't start with a lot to go, and I had to give myself grace for that because I made a lot of steps young that when I got to adulthood, it's kind of like I ran into a freight train. I'm just sitting here waiting, like, let's go. Um, the lady passed on. The stepmother passed on a legacy to us, and you attract what you are. So I'm sure my grandfather somehow, some way attracted her, and he met her in his jewelry store, right? My grandmother was gone at this point. My grandmother was murdered. And I'm sorry this heavy, y'all, but I'm giving you the raw, the real. You know what I'm saying? It's uncut. My grandmother was murdered in this same shop where he found this lady who he ended up marrying, who was very manipulative and slick, and she loved gold, and obviously my grandfather sells that, you know, and but at home he thinks she taking care of the kids, but she really about to leave an imprint on his legacy. So where am I going with this? Let's get moving. The lady was a narcissist. And I know people use that term loosely and this and that and that and this, but I'm telling you, that stuff is not a game. It really isn't. It crushes people at their core where you don't even know what happened to you. Imagine being in a car crash, psychologically, emotionally, mentally, where you don't even really, you was probably sleeping in the back seat, and next thing you know, the car going sideways, pow, 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 flip up. You know what I mean? Sound crazy, but I'm gonna slow down. So, transgenerationally, that was my mother. To this day, all my mother has three siblings. Don't no other siblings talk to this lady. My mother, I don't know if she brainwashed, if she not, whatever you want to call it. I'm still working out these things, and I said, let's start a YouTube channel as we're doing it. I've been doing it 15 half in the years, 15 and a half years on my own. Let's start a YouTube channel, and you know what I mean. And just it ain't about how many views you got or nothing. You know, like I got fired from a job, got another job the same day potentially. Hey, I ain't got no request yet, but cool. So what I'm saying is, my family has been suffering with trauma for a while, and it's different forms. When you see it show up, it's different. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. It's like trying to figure out insects. Like, what kind of insect is that? There's so many insects, and you're just trying to figure out where you at with it. But this is what I know. My father would abuse my mother. Okay, when you look at my father's side, may he rest in peace. I lost him in 2018 to suicide. I know I'm coming in hot, y'all. I ain't come here to play. I'm coming here to get better and to share this story because I'm not the only one suffering. This ain't about me. I could talk to somebody else and I'm like, dang, bro, it happens to me on a daily basis. Whether I'm in an Uber, whether I met a person, whether I'm talking to my home girl who I haven't connected with in 12 years, you know, everybody is experiencing it, and I just want to stand up and be like, you know what, here I am. You know, I don't have any children. I don't have any girlfriends. I don't have any sneaky links. It's just really me and my thoughts, and they still going fast. Like, whoa, slow down, right? Anyway, thought I had some notes here. Scratching notes. Uh, I'm not gonna do that all the time, but this is the first one. Welcome to Trauma Drinkers with Romeo Jones. Uh, we all have our traumas. So we all have to learn how to process these things in our own ways. And one of the things that held me back a lot, which, you know, I'm not going to press that right now, is, you know, you think blood is thicker than water. We locked in. It ain't about who you was born to. It's really about more, you know. So let's jump in real quick, y'all. And like I'm going off the top of the head, no script. I don't really want this to be a 30-minute long video. Not that that would be wrong or anything, but I just kind of want to dump on you where I'm at. I have lost everything due to me coping with trauma, complex PTSD. What is that? Complex is the C. P is for post-traumatic. S is for syndrome. D is for disorder. See that? I done lost this. I would if I knew how to make it perfect, show you that a gas that I had up in the back of my head, I could have died from that. That wasn't from that. That was from just playing football, you know. But as an adult, that was as a child. This before all these things kind of got accelerated. Once I left home at 18, a couple weeks before I turned 19, something, a pastime, which is alcohol, probably like, ooh, Smirnoff. Oh no, boy. Oh no, boy. The reason it's Smirnoff is because this is how it started. Now, I'm not going to say I'm super bougie when I'm drinking Don Julio. No. Normally, I drink some Tito's. If I'm feeling a little spicy tonight, I get some Grey Goose. Okay? Why do I like vodka? I don't know. This is what I've been drinking lately. You know what I'm saying? And you look back of 8 years, it was rum, whatever. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, spirits. Okay? So I'm at this point where it's like, it don't make sense. And let me dive into this with you, y'all. This is a freestyle right here, and I will get better with time. You know, like right now, I feel pressure, perfectionism. When you suffer from what I suffer from, if you want to call it suffering, we choose to suffer. They say, you know what I mean. But if you don't know you suffering, Are you choosing, or you you go on the lake, you go on the river, you go on the ocean? You know, I don't know. I'm still working on it because I feel like this. Oh, you gotta perform. Relax. I'm gonna just jump into it. 2022. See what that say? 23, right? Not 22. My homeboy Kwame called me. He say, "Hey," he called me in March. He said, "Let's go to Cancun for your birthday. I'm on house arrest. We'll talk about what I'm on house arrest for later." You know? I said, "Bro, where you wanna go? Tijuana." "Oh no, oh no, I'm not about to get off house arrest and go to Tijuana, bro. Nah, at all." My birthday comes, April 22nd comes, 2022. It's a day and at 10:30 at night, right? It's about 25 and a half hours, something like that, before my birthday. You know, my homie gets murdered by his best homie. What was involved? Drugs, alcohol. Things have been around us for a minute. I've been around this for a long time. You know, I even might have introduced my homie to some sonic accelerators in this area. You know what I mean? He gets killed by his best friend. Right? Rough year. I mean, every year is you can take it how it comes. So boom, okay. The next year comes, 2023, and it hit me. Right? Things that we used to cope with, things that we used to like really think was our friends, drugs and alcohol. Me, my favorite drug is alcohol. Right? And people, and it's funny. I love to say that because people, you get to observe a person, and I'm gonna change up how. Let me slow down my speech. I'm gonna change up how I do that a lot. But people be like, "I don't know about all that. It's ethanol. It's powerful." I'm not even gonna drop no facts with y'all right now. That's not the time for that. But I said wrong. I really think it's time, big dog. Take this off, man. Thought I might get a little fresh for the first video. I mean, it ain't even fresh. It's just something slight, you know what I mean? But, make it look right, you know what I'm saying? You know, all the best dress all the time. Yeah, but this was something slight. But, I'm like, dang, I lost my train of thought. That's that alcohol, you know? But anyway, back to this. I said, my life would be better if I didn't drink. It's like I hit a point where I'm like, I gotta let my best friend go. I gotta let, and to break it down into proper terms, I have to let this coping mechanism go. Which, if you look at my life, and when I look back on my life, I'm like, knock, 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 knock. But you couldn't tell me that back then. I was in my 20s. I worked on a golf course as a caddy. You get fired for not drinking. Now, I don't mean this literally. I'm not trying to throw the caddy world under the bus. But private country clubs, when these men and these gentlemen come out to have a round of golf, alcohol is heavily involved. You know what I mean? I always joke and I say to myself and to others, depending on what company I'm in, it's like being a stripper, right? She dancing, she drinking, she popping. You know what I'm saying? Whatever she do, me, look, I'm good. Hand me the bottle. I don't want no lean in it. You know what I'm saying? No act, no walk, no none of that. I want the ethanol. But and she leave out that club, and I know because I lived in L.A. working at the country club, right? It was funny with a lot of money. But I remember she told her girlfriend like, "Oh, I'm laying up with this, not laying up, but like I'm chilling with this dude." You know what I'm saying? She, "Oh, what he do? He a scammer? Uh-uh. He a drug dealer? Uh-uh. Well, he a square?" I looked at her and said, "Uh-huh." Said her last dude made $50,000 a month scamming. Shorty, I'll make a slow month for me is 6,000. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? So he making 50,000. So when he pitch you off, he buying you like Yorkies and like $5,000 vacation. Like my world was opening up. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, look how fast time go. Pow pow pow. Welcome to Trauma Drinker with Romeo Jones. We got the trauma and we got the drinker. Let's break it down. That's what I had to do to find myself and to grow into a man. You don't want to be a young man or possibly even a boy forever. One of my favorite example of this is The Lion King, right? Remember Simba all he in the jungle with Rafiki. Well, not Rafiki. Well, Rafiki was one of with Tumba and Timon. Rafiki is the one who told him, "Hey, bro, bow, hit him in the head, get up out of here." I'm really having that moment in my life right now, and I'm in a little bit in isolation, but not so much. But I know the communities that I need to go to tap in, you know. But anyway, look, I did this. I started to rewind. 2023. I'm 32, about to be 33. I said, my life will be better if I don't drink. So I said, I'm gonna use willpower. Let's not drink. Okay, come on, right? I want to be persistent. I want to be strong, as I've always been. It's really a miracle that I'm still here. All right, and I'm gonna take my last shot with y'all. This is pretty much a shot right here, but I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna break it down. And it's Smirnoff because it started with that, and so help me God, it's about to end with that. I started documenting it, and I didn't even document. That wasn't the plan at first, but I went April 23. I went good. I'm working for this vegan restaurant on the south side of Chicago where I grew up in South Shore. I'm not gonna name drop, but you can figure it out if you wanted to. Next thing you know, I ended up at Mayor Brandon Johnson's inauguration. Mayor Lori Lightfoot, she's out. Brandon Johnson just won. He coming in. The biggest names in the city in there. This vegan restaurant, they are pup amongst giants, which shows you the potential that they have. I was right there with them. And how I got this job, I was broke. I was homeless. I was living on this girl couch who wanted to lay up every day and just have bro sex. I don't want to do that. I don't even. Go get a library card or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's go. We got to figure this out. Slow it down. And within less than 30 days of being sober, money stacking up. The slow way too. I ain't talking about the fast way. You going on that golf course, 400, 250, 600, 600, 300, 200, day off, 400, 500, 250, 240. None of that. You on the back on a fryer. You almost sweating on the people food. You feel bad. You sweating on the people food. Not literally, but you know what I mean? That's how hot it is back here. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, I know what it's like to sweat on the golf course and be, you know what I'm saying? I could take a bottle of water, just pour it on my head. Back here, I can't do that. Things were working out very well in the green. So, I wasn't thinking about it. I'm just like, okay, I'm doing it right. I'm not counting days or nothing. Boom, something happened. I'll share that later because this can't be too long-winded, and it's getting winded. And I get in the red. That's right about here. So if y'all looking with me, we started here. That was a year after my homeboy death day. That was 1 year after. Rest in peace, Kwame. I miss you, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I miss you, bro. Ain't nothing to lie about. I miss you, bro. So from there all the way to here, we in the green. We had one red day. Look what happened. By this day, I got fired. 3 no call, no shows. Pow, get rid of them. I was a good worker and everything. 3 no call, no shows. You grass to me. You know, I'm used to working on the golf course. You work when you want to. When you do work, you get drunk. Everybody like, man, where you been the last 2 days? Man, I've been with my girl, man, chilling at the Hyatt downtown. Not the Hyatt, we at the Marriott, you know what I'm saying? This is out chilling downtown. Man, come on, man, let's catch up for, you know what I mean? But if you can look at this as a glance, because I'm going to speed this thing up. For me, there is no in between. You either in or you out. You either gonna play with the dangers of this thing, or you out. And I was cool with that as a teenager. I never judged alcoholics. I grew up in the south side of Chicago, man. People just crack everywhere. We don't judge T. We don't judge Unc, because that's what he do. My homie damn near selling it to him. But I knew that wasn't for me. I wanted to play football for the University of Michigan, so we could line up against the Ohio State and go pound for pound. And if that didn't work out for me, I'll be glad to go to University of Illinois Champaign-Urbana. That'd be great too. And it's in-state. You feel me? So it's in-state, so you get in-state love. Anyway, fast forward, y'all. I'm doing this raw. I'm tired of all this. This for me. This really just a video journal right now. 2024. Come in strong. Ooh. Come in strong. Right? But as I'm coming in strong with no drinking, I ain't got no gambling ticks on here. The gambling gets strong right away. Right around the ninth somewhere. The gambling start going. And I'm winning. It's fun when you win. Then you start losing. Look at this. And then the last is where we at now. Since I started it, I believe I've had 5 jobs. Got fired from all of them. Whether it was right away, not right away. And it's not because I'm a good worker. It's because, number one, them no call, no shows, they don't play with that lack of communication. Me, I wake up, I'm supposed to be at work, I'll go. I'll lay back down. I'll do that 3 days in a row. Oh, they don't play that. And I know because when I am focused and I'm at work, them girls don't play no game. They be, hello? Hey, can you please let Michelle know I don't feel good. And my baby, she ain't got no babysitter. Yeah, you got it. Oh, she good. She can do that 10 days in a row. Won't lose a job. Me, no call, no show 3 days. 2 out of there. You ever play Donkey Kong? When they hit you in the head with that wood crate, look like a wine crate or something. Bow. No questions asked. Bye bye. That's my mistake, and I know that. Even when I got fired from the first job, remember when I started it? He said, "Man, what happened?" I told the truth. I said, "Me and my homie got caught up in this situation, man. We was at the casino, man. We down tens of thousands of dollars. You think we finna stop what we doing and come back to this?" He's like, "Man, well, if you would have told me you got locked up or something, I would have worked it out with you." Man, locked up, man. Hell, this worse than locked up, man. This right here, buying herself up. But again, I got a lot to learn because he was right. And when I talked to my mentor about it, Coach Jennifer in Santa Barbara, she said you got a little attitude with him because you no call no show for 3 days because you was gambling. I was like, Coach got turned off. Like, I don't know who qualifies. Did I qualify you? Did you trick me? Look, y'all. I said I freestyled this, and I did. I've lost everything. 2 years ago in January, I had nothing. I lost my aunt's support. Listen, let's not even put timelines on it. Let's just drop the bombs. I lost time. Imagine being 18 years old. Let's say 19, because it was just a couple weeks from 19. 19, you get a 15-year sentence. 15 and a half year sentence. All right, I hate to be dramatic, but like let's do that. You got 186 months in jail. 186 months in jail. That's a lot. My father was struggling, and he called me for support, and I didn't have the support because what? I'm having support with this. This has been the death of me. If I haven't made, I know I'm jumping all over the place. That's why, even from the videos I made in the past that's associated with a different channel, I learned that I need to be scripted because I have to have targets. You know what I mean? People got a short attention span. They ain't not about to sit here all day. Me too. You know what I mean? Whatever. Not whatever, but it is what it is. But at the end of the day, like I said, I really don't care. I'm really looking to build a community of people who can relate. And it's a lot. We got the abuse over here that leads to the use. So I wanted to say this quote in the beginning, and I didn't. My bad. You see, I'm drinking, right? I cracked this seal right now. It's 11:16. I cracked this seal 2 hours ago. This is a half pint, 375 ml. Like I drink like a fish. That's why it's really catching up to me, man. My health is being ruined, but nothing, not everything that is faced can be changed. Catch that? Not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced. I can't go face my trauma until I go face this addiction, and it's not about just stopping. I have to get in tune with my diet. Okay, I'll show you another book here. I don't wanna overwhelm my people, but I have really been on the hunt. There it is. Excuse my undies, y'all. Excuse my undies. That was a little inappropriate. I fixed it. I fixed it. Don't be mad at me, man. Don't be mad at me. But very interesting book that I found at the library. Found it. Wasn't even looking for it. She almost found me. It almost found me. But really tapping into these things because I gotta get to the trauma, and the trauma is it's a lot. Okay. So my goal is to be consistent, show up, and be the leader of my family here. If not, these cycles will continue to repeat. I lost both of my parents to mental illness. For me, it's a big deal. I love my mother a lot, as abusive as she was, which kind of led me into some codependency, lack of identity, confused patterns. And my father, he never missed a game. He never missed a game. And no matter how well or how bad I was doing, you wouldn't see him doing too much. Like, that's my son. You know what I'm saying? He more like a player, you know what I'm saying? Gangster moving silence kind of guy. But he was done. So, um, with that being said, you all, over the next 30 days, I really want to focus on this. I know I'm like, oh, we can talk about trauma, my story, this and that. This will help me break down the story a little bit. And this is Annie Grace's book, which is so powerful. I discovered Annie Grace through her first book, which is This Naked Mind. Okay? This Naked Mind. After you read This Naked Mind, which is going to really help you demystify alcohol and its role in your life, she'll say, hey, I got something practical for you to get started. So what I want to do with right now, well, in the beginning of this channel, is lead the way with her material. I know you don't know me from a can of paint, at least as I make this video, okay? I don't know when it'll go up. It's 11:19. I'm gonna download this video. Listen, y'all, I'm broke. I'm broke. And even if I said I had $20,000 for a 34-year-old man, I think that's broke. But I got nothing. I got literally less than $10 right now. And that's kind of been my life. It's just been a roller coaster. $12,000 one month, $0. I wish you could hear the numbers during number 19. Oh my gosh. Up here, down here, up here, down now. It was ridiculous. So I really appreciate you for watching. And as I said before, this is really a heart project more so than, hey, we can get on YouTube and monetize. Like, no. Revenue ads, I know some channels that are huge that aren't making, like, they're getting a lot of views and they're getting a penny, like nothing for revenue ads. Creating a product, I got a lot of other things I'm trying to learn than create a product. If anything, I could see is just like being an affiliate for these products. And this woman's affiliate program isn't really that built out right now. She's more so doing everything in house. You know, she's not doesn't. And an affiliate is a person that says recommends you something, and then if you buy it, you get a commission. So this is really from the heart, y'all. I'm really talking to 19-year-old me and all the 19-year-old me's. Red, white, blue, black. Don't let them confuse you. If we took a knife right now, yeah, if we took a knife right now, and you took a knife right now, right? If we all took this right here and said squish, what color it's gonna be? Red. I love you. Talk to you next time. I look forward to seeing you next time, and we're gonna grow from there. Listen, the heart of this thing. I'm sorry, and I'm done. Let's grow through what we've been through. Much love. I'm out, y'all. Romeo Jones.